Hello folks and welcome back for episode 26 of Rogue Legacy's Let's Play. We are here at level 159 with a Barbarian King. This is Sir Lee the Fourth. Fun fact, apparently all first spawn characters when the first time you played the game are named Sir Lee, which is kind of an honor that we share that name, me being Rock Lee Smile and Sir Lee, of course. And we are going to try to replicate some of the incredible success that we had last episode. In case you missed that one, you probably do want to watch it just because, yeah, crazy run on that one. I would love to see if we could use some of the enhancements that we found in that last run, and the upgrades, rather, that I bought to parlay that into even more of that style of success. We were able to completely clear out all of the castle and all of the forest. Hadn't actually tried to fight the boss in the forest, which I probably should have done, but I was just really enjoying reveling in the amount of gold that I was picking up. I mean, I felt like I was sort of a little bit unstoppable at a couple moments there. So if that could happen again, I mean, we are using the same class. I'm pretty sure that was the Barbarian Queen on that last run. We have a fat pile of health right now, 773 health in total. Should be enough to last me a pretty long time. Plus a ton of damage upgrades. I've got a chakram as my magic, which I've actually upgraded my magic damage a number of times, although at this point in the game, having magic damage at what it's at is still largely inconsequential. But it's a nice feeling nonetheless to know that it is at least getting a little bit more viable to use magic on creatures in the hopes of actually killing them instead of just sort of flailing about trying to damage them a little bit. This was a real dumb idea for me to just walk into this room and stand still for a while. I'm going to try and not do that, actually. Let's start over. I do want to kill these guys because they have the potential to give me some nice upgrades. Oh, geez, that guy's got a big old stalactite for me. Yeah, take that any way you like. I could... Oh yeah, I can foos, right? I can foos to knock their projectiles out of the way. That is the fattest stalactite in the world. I'm going to make sure I foos right about when I take damage here. Yeah, I did learn that, by the way. You guys have told me in the comments a few times that foosing is a great way to get rid of projectiles, and I should have been using it in some of the bosses that I've had. Boss encounters, rather. Yeah, this guy does not worry me nearly as much as the fireball dude, who can just create a very perplexing dilemma for me. He can lock me into corners. He can basically corner F me, as you've heard the term thrown around. Alright, what did I find? I found a Retribution Helm, which I'm not sure if that's a thing that's exclusive to fighting mini-bosses. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not even sure if such a thing exists. But, you know, it's always a mystery to me. Some of the way that equipment distribution happens is all sort of behind-the-scenes, veiled curtains type of stuff, and I actually don't mind it being that way. That's totally fine. Because if you spoil some of the magic about games like this, it becomes all about, like, min-maxing and trying to understand how you can get the most out of each run. And, I mean, it is to that extent, already, just with the fact that you have equipment and certain potential skills to try to maximize. But you don't have the ability to, like, try and increase your chances of finding equipment, you know, to the highest degree by doing X or Y. It just doesn't really work like that. Anyway, so we're going to be trying to get, I'd say, a run of a minimum of 6,000. I think it would be considered a successful run if we can get to that point. Honestly, I don't think there are that many runs that are not at that level now, although... if we just keep getting treasure chests. I almost just complained about getting a diamond. I have my apologies on that. I need to check my privilege a little bit. And that is, I think, the purest form of privilege checking, is when you've just received a diamond, and you are now going to question that acquisition, and say that maybe you could have gotten better. If I ever achieve a level of status of success in my life, that someone hands me a diamond and I say, I wish I had gotten something other than this diamond. Well, I mean, unless it's love and affection, I think is the only really viable, you know, other answer to that problem. Other than that, pretty much just need to reply with check your privilege and take the diamond back. So, there you go. And please, feel free, if you ever are in a position to simply hand me a diamond, go for it. I want to be questioned on, or checked on that particular situation. If I ever say that, you know, just take it back. I really would be very embarrassed if that were to happen. Anyway, the chances of you handing me a diamond are pretty low, so... You know, I'm not the prettiest girl, I'm not the belle of the ball here, you're not proposing to me, you're not trying to put a ring on it. So the diamonds will be coming very few and far between, from what I can expect. But, you know, maybe if I keep up this Let's Playing thing... girls love it, apparently, I don't know. Not really. But you never know. So... Alright, not that I'm, like, looking for people to, like, hit on me because I let's play games. No, just get off on a weird tangent sometimes. 7,000, the run is viable. We need to get out of that direction of commentary now. We can now proceed into how can we get the best run out of this run, and so far things are looking lovely. Watch out for ninjas, watch out for throwing stars, watch out for ninpo, watch out for spinning spike balls. I'm told New Game Plus starts to look like a bullet hell shooter. I'm very interested in knowing what that's going to be. Oh yeah, he's just going to go off and kill all the dudes to our right, which I'm fine with. He being the chakram that I just threw. I'm not sure why I needed to assign a gender to that spinning ball of metal. But sometimes you just do that, I guess. I kind of miss playing as an assassin. I haven't done that in a few runs now. We were going for that, like, maximize your crits thing before, which felt real nice. So if I could pull one of those off again... Oh, geez. Yeah, bad moment to hit that Hulk guard. Oh wow, okay, 2 for 1. I guess if you guys want to stand in the same place and let me just beat on you like that, I'm fine with it. I will eventually break your defense. And nothing you can do about it. So where is that magician throwing stalactites at me? Yeah, tights. He's somewhere. Please let me touch the ground. Oh, okay. Bad room. All bad. I need to learn how to run backwards and attack. These guys have got to go. Okay, he's underneath. There he is. I finally found him. The bad pairing of enemies all around. I think this, in general, this room could have been much nicer to me. But, you know, I don't expect the game to have to be nice to me. It is here to provide a challenge. Just as I am here to provide a commentary, and I'm sort of not doing so because I'm talking about fairly obvious things like that the game should be hard. There we go. Alright. Is that most of the... Okay, there's one more guard up here. I'm sure I'm going to hit one of these spike balls at some point. Let's see if we can just not do that. Let's see if we can just jump over this guy and just fly. Okay, as long as they don't touch the ground, his AI trigger doesn't seem to set off, telling him to turn around and face me. Fight like a man. I mean, not only men can fight in one direction, it could be anybody. These rooms seem awfully hard lately. Maybe it's just a particularly bad set of luck. Oh, that's all we need. Unleash more spike balls on the world. Just a bad set of auto-generation, I suppose. Alright, Skittering Wolf, you're gonna just smack into some spikes. I'm not gonna fight you over that. You can do that all you want. Up here we've got... Oh, angry... I don't know what room. Was there any reason to be up there? Nope, not even a secret treasure chest or anything. What's down here? A lot more spikes. What is this? I want to be the guy? Well, I guess if they were, like, shooting out of the walls at me, it would be. Alright, red skeleton. And chakram through this guy if I can. I love how he's just going to provide a defensive shield for the skeleton, like these two are working in tandem for the greater good of their little skeleton society or something. Can you imagine if there was a secret skeleton society? Oh, wow. Alright, well, that was a garbage rune. Usually, you walk into some random mausoleum, and there's just, like, stairs going down. And you go through the stairs, you go through a doorway, and all of a sudden, just, like, 100,000 skeletons just, like, hanging out, playing poker together, you know, hanging out and just having fun, you know, rattling their bones at each other or whatever skeletons do. Secret Skeleton Society. You can't join. You have a skeleton, but you're not the skeleton. You are not possessed and owned by the ability to use your skeleton for good or bad. Actually, I guess that's exactly what people are. We are the meat that makes our skeleton do good or bad things. If you were to start attributing success or failure to your skeleton alone, well, it just seems like a needless exercise, I suppose. So it's sort of interesting change in perspective, though. I don't think our skeletons get enough credit for all the work that they do suspending our muscles in the air and allowing us to reach and grab things. It's kind of horrifying if you think about, you know, what it is that our muscles allow us to do. You know, we are agents of change. We are allowed to create things and change things and modify things and create entirely new forms of thinking because we have this particular configuration of agency plus a brain. Well, the agency, I suppose, comes from the brain. Plus, oh, here we go. Here's another chance. Plus bones that suspend our muscles that allow us to touch and feel... I'm, like, really bad luck with this. I have really bad luck with this. I'm gonna pick this one. You were lucky! Oh, that's good news. Alright, 27. So we just went from a potentially average-ish run, I mean, average by the terms of how they used to be, to really, really good run. And that would be game. Alright, well, I'm glad I at least discovered that room before we got slain by a blaze lock. Nothing really can keep me down when I'm the best around like that. So I've got 2 Hokages and another Barbarian King. Not really sure what I want to do about this, because all of those seem to be real nice. Let's do Hokage plus Axe, because I can usually hit stuff through walls that way. So I've got 27,000 gold. That's very good news for me. So I'm going to do another crit chance. Well, not on this run, actually. I'm going to wait. Magic. We could do a bunch of magic ups. We could do another health or 2. I could do any kind of equipment here that's going to be worth buying. I could definitely grab that now, and then we even would have enough to spend on extra upgrades for equipment load. Mana is a big one up there. I mean, we're going to lose all that armor up, though, no matter what I pick. So unless it's going to be another armor up, I don't know, is that the way we want to do things? I mean, it's either a health or an armor trade-off. I like having the armor, though. Although that one does give us health, mana, and damage return in exchange for 33 armor, so basically all of the armor, so that's not worth it to me. What was this one's deal? Alright, this is major armor. That one's a little improvement. Our Imperial chest will give us slightly more for 3,000. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. And that was the damage return. So I guess I'm speccing armor, whatever that means. None of these really seem all that worth it to me. The one I have is the one that gives me more armor in addition to magic. So the magic has been a real low priority thing for me, as you probably can tell. The plus 50% to crit damage is nice. I mean, upping from 4 crit chance and 15% crit damage to that huge amount is huge. Plus 2 air jump. Oh, wow. Okay, well, this changes everything, because if I could put my stats into this, that means I have 2 whole rune slots that I would be freeing up. No, well, 1, I suppose. I don't know what to do about this. These are both very tempting. I could just buy both, which I just did, so yeah, suck it, I guess. And I'll pick one or the other. Which do I want? I kind of like the possibilities that are all of a sudden unlocked. Oh, but then I'm going to lose all the crit stuff, entirely. I'm going to put it on the air jump, but I need to first buy one more of these, which I can do. I have the power, and I even have enough to buy a rune after that to deal with what I just changed. There we go. Alright, so now air jump. How many times am I going to be able to jump? I mean, I can fly already. Alright, three double jumps, and then flight. 3 double jumps is real nice. What can I do? What can I do? Alright, there's our double jump. That's meaningless right now. So we can spend that on... what? Anything, really. I mean, we could spend it on more gold find, vampirism, sprinting, haste. The options are endless. Coins give more gold. There it is. I guess we've made our bed. Let's lie in it. And we're going to put that back up to that. And I've got the flight runes all equipped. I probably don't need the 2, but why not? 2 double jumps and a second of flight. If I can't make stuff happen with that. I mean, I don't even need the second double jump. I really only need the 1. But, you know, I can't really do a whole lot about it. And I still have 4,000 gold to spare, so let's go put that into something else. Like MP capacity, maybe? I mean, it's always been super low. I could do another damage up. Done. 25 out of 75. Feels good. I feel like we spent a long time in the menus there, so let's just go right back into things. I'm probably not going to stick with the cape setup. I might end up changing things up. 23 gold per grab is not bad. And I want to see what our damage output is. I feel real fast. Furious. Kind of, well, not that furious. I'm kind of furious at how hot it is, but that's about it. And that level of furiosity does not translate that much to my gameplay and/or commentary. Endor commentary, the moons of Endor. I believe only George Lucas is really capable of giving Endor commentary. And even him I don't really trust at this point. Can you imagine being George Lucas and squandering the absolutely unimaginable levels of goodwill that you had in your career as a director? I'm sorry, I know this is going to be about the most divisive rant I've ever gone on, but I can feel it coming. No, I mean, really, that dude, like, what is going on? Yeah, so I obviously removed that Grace Rune, which means everything is way stronger now. But the amount of gold I'm getting is kind of making up for it. I'm feeling like it's possible that I might just have to go ahead and put that back on. Although I can get through most of these fights, I feel like it's sort of squandering my advantages now to not still maximize my gold find. I am doing okay, but like I've already taken a stack of damage, and the amount I get extra for this being extra hard mode, well, extra normal hard mode, is it's not really worth it, I guess. You know, everything takes 2 hits again, and I thought I was going to be at enough damage that that wasn't going to be the case. I'm almost 100 levels over them, like you'd think. Well, not that the levels matter, because again, I can spend levels on whatever I want, even if they don't help me in damage in any particular way. And I have a huge amount of health, but it's like, it still doesn't matter when I pick the certain classes like this. And I probably should have been using my spell a little bit more there. I can't do anything about that chest. Alright, that's going to completely miss all my enemies, and I'm probably going to end up dying in this room. 4,000 gold, though. That went by awfully fast. We can have these, like, 30-second runs that turn out to give us more than it would take if our entire run was really exceptional before. So it's weird how the scaling works, but I guess it's got to be that way, otherwise we would never get enough money to buy anything. Yeah, alright, I saw that coming from a frickin' mile away. Sir Kaima the Third. Kaima? I never remember which order. I always get confused because I used to take German, right? So, the EI pronunciation, I believe you favor the I in that case. We got a Lich Queen, a Barbarian King. I really have been digging the Barbarian Kings, but I also really like the idea of an Assassin here. I'm going to go ahead and do an Assassin run, just because it's going to give me the opportunity to test out what kind of damage I could do if I was in a position... Oh, I'm super slow now. If I was in a position to fight these enemies... I know I just said I was going to get rid of the Grace Rune, and I just squandered 1,300 gold there. I totally should have spent that on some garbage in my equipment. Oh, no, still can't kill things in one hit. Alright, well, I know on a crit I can. I thought my damage might be higher or something. I still don't know how damage output works for what classes, who does the most damage. I know the Hokage does the most damage, actually, so I take that back, but I don't know who does what other than that. The Barbarian King and Queen are the ones that just have tons of health. They do slightly less damage, if I'm correct. The Paladin can block. Relatively average all around. I'm just reciting now what I think things are. I might be wrong. The Assassin is crit heavy, can turn invisible. Oh, bones everywhere there. The Lich and the Lich King can swap their HP and MP and start with super low HP, but as you kill stuff, you get more. The Dragon can fly and without, worrying about any runes, and does only magic damage, does not use a sword. What else am I forgetting? The Spelunker has a headlamp, which allows you to see treasure chests when you're in the darkness. I think there's at least one. Oh, the Spell Sword uses primarily MP, but regains MP by hitting things with melee. The Archmage is a little bit of a mystery still, to be honest. The Archmage is primarily all MP and just like regens MP by waiting or something like that. I don't know, I could be wrong on that entirely. I kind of don't ever play as the Archmage, so yeah, be gentle. But yeah, I think that's most of them, right? I think I did fairly well there. This is the pop quiz of what do all the classes in Rogue Legacy do. I try to keep in mind, you have to say, right, that I try to learn as I play. I listen to my comments as best I can. I know not everybody's going to agree with what I do. But, you know, I gotta moderate a little bit. I gotta do what I'm gonna do because it's, you know, my game. I'm playing my game. If you want to play your game, you're welcome to. But, you know, I do like to strike a balance. That was a really bad run. The assassin is not all that helpful to me here anymore for that particular run. I'm not calling him bad by any means. Archmage, assassin. I want another barbarian. Yeah, alright, that is how we're gonna play that round. It's a nice balance for me, having the large damage output, or average damage output, and very good HP. It's really what I need. So 5,000 gold is enough for what? Get another attack up if I wanted to be crazy. Mana cost down. This gets frustrating after a while, because there's so many things I want to spend stuff on, and I feel like no matter what I pick the wrong thing. 3,000 is going to put me at 2,000, which I will have not enough to buy, like, anything. Okay, I can buy a mana up if I buy that. Alright, so health. No, I can't. Okay, well, I was real close. 20 more gold. Okay, well, I'll spend it on something in here. I'm sure I can buy some piece of garbage equipment to unlock. What else is here? I really like unlocking capes, apparently, for some reason. I'll buy the damage return cape. And let's switch over to 50% crit damage as well. I should have done that on the assassin, probably, but whatever. Is there one that gives me, like, up to crit chance? I don't think there is, right? There's retaliation runes. Those are kind of cool. So now I don't have +2 to double jumping, which puts me at what? I have just jump and just fly, which kind of actually might be more useful than having double jump and then fly, because this way I kind of am in total control of my situation. So we've got gold find, gold find, gold find. We're going to swap that one back over to grace rune, fly, and fly. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. We've got huge crit damage. Should have a nice stack of damage, or damage in the first place, but also HP. We're now at 818. Our gold find is at 22 gold. Not bad. This wall of death is not a problem for me, and I cannot one-shot things, but that's okay. Crits obviously will one-shot. Crits for 200-ish. And what do we have to our left? Defeat all enemies. I have a sword wall. Can I reach? Can I reach you with my sword? No, I cannot. I can foos you, but that is not going to help me reach you with my sword wall. Unless... Wait a minute, what if I do this? No, okay. I thought maybe I could, like, shoot him backward and somehow it would, like, hit the ceiling high enough, and it just doesn't work like that. Live and learn, live and learn. Oh, well, this is cool, I guess. Why do we have all these barrels here? Fun? Okay, well, it's a barrel of fun. So I'm starting to wonder, how many episodes do you guys think it's going to take to finish off all of my objectives here? I want to get to, like, at least New Game ++. Oh, whoops. Kind of expected to double jump there, gotta remember that. Expecting to get to New Game ++, maybe I could go 3x if we want to get crazy with things. But the equipment thing it's getting close already, like probably 5-6 more runs to get everything? If I get lucky, of course. I mean, I don't know how often they're gonna drop. Oh, excuse me. But, I mean, it's not inconceivable to imagine of something like that happening. Getting stats up real high is going to happen whether I like it or not, as long as I'm not playing like a huge jerk. Which happens. I mean, I do get the occasional just absolutely abysmal run. But for the most part, I have been generally coming out ahead on pretty much every run. I've been coming out with at least enough to buy one thing. The Maya is still not really a place I want to be, but I'm sure I could probably take down the forest boss with a little bit of luck and good planning. And honestly, this is a character that I might want to even consider doing that if I end up in a position where that makes sense. Although having huge crit damage with an assassin would be excellent as well. I wish he would have turned around there. I mean, it was a priority of mine to remove the Grace Rune and be able to fight things on their own merits, but also I don't really see a reason why it's all that necessary. Oh, did I just find... There is! If I cheese it in just the right way. I was able to kind of sneak up into this crack between the two tiles. I'm not sure why. It's gonna just... Oh my god. I got it anyway. Well, there you go, guys. Super glitch that. I totally took damage. And I'm sorry. I don't know why I needed to do that. I just love to break games. So it has now been documented that that's a thing. All I had on was double jump. Take no damage is a thing I'd love to do. Oh, man. Did you see that? That dude was inside my F zone, and I still got out. Oh, man, that was a particularly interesting little run of things that just happened. So now you have a reason to watch Rockley Smiles' channel. I just talked about myself in third person there. I hate doing that. But because that guy, that scumbag, has the hardest hitting Rogue Legacy hacks known to man right now, apparently. Kind of 2 in a row there. I mean, that second one, I'm pretty sure I should have taken a hit. I'm going to risk it. Here we go. I got the Charon's Obol, which means that when I lose this one, any extra gold is actually going to carry on to the next run, which I'm pretty happy about. It means next episode we're actually going to have a solid foundation, a firm foundation of beating hearts. There you go. Catch that reference, and you get a huge thumbs up from me. You can just go Google it, I guess. So we're at 5,100 is already a good start. Things are still pretty early yet, and we've gotten some good equipment out of things. We've gotten a little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Rita just for me. A little bit of Sandra's in the sun. Somebody's number 1. I don't remember all their names. I'm sorry. The life of Lou Bega is a life filled with memorization errors, apparently. I don't know how he keeps all the girls' names straight. He's such a player, right? No, I don't know what he does. Is Lou Bega even a thing? Does he still make music at this point? Maybe he's retired. I don't know. Maybe he's got, you know, all those ladies in, like, a villa somewhere, and he just has great days and nights. Good for him. Living the dream. Alright, there's some money for us, 7,000. Now, if we could just, like, triple that, we'd be in a good place. Not that we're not in a good place now, but, like, I really have enjoyed the possibility of getting that thing that just, like, hey, you want to just have 3 times the money you have right now? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. A little bit of Sandra in the sun? What does that mean? Like, outside? I mean, that is what that means, but, like, it literally, like, you throw her into the sun? That's like Superman would do that. Why does Superman hate Sandra so much? Is Sandra, like, Lex Luthor's mistress or something? I don't know. Let's not go to the forest yet. I want to actually finish exploring the castle. Castle ham, son! We're going ham. Man, that makes me want Five Guys burgers and fries. Check out the double cheeseburger. I would love to do that. Let's just go kill one of these just to see. Okay, 2-shotting them. Really shouldn't be down here. There's nothing for me here right now. Part of me wants to just, like, totally sequence break this game for some reason. I have no real reason to do that, but it could be fun. Have I explored? Yeah, okay, all but one room. There's a room up and to the right, and... oh, not this way, though. We need to go left and up. Okay. Can handle this. Or could we just teleport over there? No, it's not really any closer, actually. Now, there's still a few items that I've, like, never used, right? There's, like, that quantum translocator thing. I don't even know what that does. I think I've gotten it a few times. I've just neglected to use it at all. I'm sure you guys can let me know, though. And I'm sure it's the most useful item that's ever existed in any game ever. But I just am a huge jerk, and I just choose not to use things that could have been useful. I know, probably wasted those. But wanted them anyway. Why not start out with a solid... full health, full mana situation. There we go, a little bit of backtracking. It felt like I was fighting a pink demon in Doom. Again, miss having rush runes. I feel like that would be kind of fun. Dash, I mean, not rush. Rush is not a thing. I mean, rush is a thing, but rush is not a thing in Rogue Legacy. Could use a, you know, like a rush jet, maybe. A Rush Spring. It's a very versatile dog. I wish I had a dog like him. Inspector Gadget should have had a dog like Rush, but instead he had, you know, that little yellow dog that just is kind of useless. I mean, he just always gets kidnapped. Or no, that was his daughter, right? His daughter was always getting kidnapped. There's a real creepy undertone to that show if you really think about it. I guess we never really needed to go there, but it can't be any creepier than Pee-wee's Playhouse. I think that show pretty much has the monopoly on creepy concepts. That character in general, like, what was wrong with that guy? Sorry, I mean, I watched it as a kid. I think we all did. But there's just something sinister about it a little bit, you know? There's, like, talking chairs and a globe with a face, and everything has a face on it. I mean, what happened? Was there some sort of backstory to this? You know, if we could get Pendleton Ward in on the story to Adventure Time, he could make magic. He could absolutely make that show sing in a way that I've never expected a show to sing before. Pendleton Ward is a brilliant man, I have to say. This is the creator of Adventure Time, by the way, if you don't know. Adventure Time is one of my most near and dear shows. I will defend it to the death. It is a show for adults in the guise of a show for children, and it is just so good. Like, if you haven't watched Adventure Time, you are missing out. Absolutely. That show has made me teary. It's made me, like, flat out just cry. It's made me feel emotions I didn't know I could feel. I'm not even really being hyperbolic. Like, it may be a little weird to say as a grown 28-year-old man, but I'm not that ashamed of it. It's true. So we're gonna figure out a way to get to this stupid freaking chest down here. This time it's gonna be this way, right? It's gonna be this way, whether I like it or not. It may not be this way. I don't know. We gotta commit one way or the other, so let's just go. That is not the way. Was it the middle? Let's go find out if it was the middle. No, I still would have gotten to the same position again. This layout with this puzzle has been a huge scumbag. It almost feels like the AI director takes over and is just like, hey buddy, we heard you wanted to get this chest. By the time we saw where you were headed to get that chest, we're just gonna actually move it. So, F you. Enjoy. I'll be here watching. Alright, so back up we go. Where do I need to be now? I need to be up and to the right. We can do this. 11,000 is not a bad run by any stretch. There's really no way that I could make this into a bad run at this point. It's only gonna get better. Oh, excuse me. I almost walked right into the middle of that. Well, I literally did walk into the middle of that, and I got hit. It happens. We've got a little lamppost. Up we go. Angry Magician Pterosaur. I think that was one of the ones in my list of monsters that I wanted to vow to kill a little bit more often. I forgot that vine hanging down there. I want to make sure I catch all the opportunities for gold that I can find. Have I found the boss room yet? I don't think I have, actually. Shouldn't be too far off from being able to, like I said earlier, beat the boss. I think I probably could now, actually. It's going to require a little bit of careful dodging, but it's not any more difficult than the third boss, obviously, which requires careful dodging and also very professional... Oh, well, missed that gold coin there, sorry. Oh, okay. Gotta be careful here. Kill the projectiles. This guy is jacked. Really, really don't want to die, but really want to finish them off, if is possible. I gotta get underneath. Serious dodge is required here, as well as decent magic usage might be useful. I can probably take a few hits, but I really don't want to. I'd really love... Oh, that's a hit. Alright, cool, we killed him. And we're gonna get a piece of equipment. We got a dragon cape out of this. This is great news. Alright, I just love getting the equipment out of these. Take no damage is really starting to become a problem for me, because I seem to get this one constantly. If I only had left some MP, maybe... was I just, like, rhyming many times in a row there? I'd like to come back to that problem if I could, when I have more MP. I'm not sure that will be a thing. It may be. But if I could foos my way through to victory, that would be a big help. If I could just foos, like, one time, even, would probably help enough for me to just be able to get in. Oh, really? I just had to let go. Yeah, there we go. I gotta try doing the downward stab a little bit more frequently. Alright, so the next room is to the right. Can you imagine if I was getting 16k gold towards the beginning of the game, like, if I was that overpowered? Like, what kind of damage could I do to my stats that I would roar through the game with fire and thunder and lightning, and it would be very, very frightening. That's all I have to say. Okay, lots of projectiles. Things are getting chaotic. Did you see that clutch dodge there? I hope you did. You could, yep, just fire all in the same direction. Alright, a little bit of MP. Not enough to... Oh, that might be enough for me to foos. I'm not actually sure what a foos costs anymore. I should probably check my character sheet. It may say in there. Those skittering wolves, man, they are doing a lot of damage. And I'm getting a little worried that if I try to take on the take no damage rune, that it's going to just result in my death, by accident, of course. Because how often do I just want to intentionally die? I mean, this is not a kamikaze run. Alright, what's going on in the middle here? Just this little stupid room. Alright, enough MP. I definitely can foos now. Also, where's my character sheet? I wanted to look at that anyway. X. Where does it say that? Does it say that? Probably says that. Grace, new game plus, bounty increased by 50%. I didn't realize it was that much. Barbarian shout, huge MP, low strength and MP. Huge HP, I meant. Yeah, nothing in there that it really says about that, does it? I may have just missed it, I don't know. So we want to go all the way up, right? Or up and to the right? What's the best way to handle this? By the time I figure out when I'm gonna need to shout, it's gonna be already too late. If I could just, like, one-shot this dude, that would be really helpful to me, but I can't. So forget it, let's move on. Objective failed. I should have just used the foos right then. Okay, well, I guess I'll just die to spikes. That is not what I intended to do. I was jumping, as you saw. My body lifted off the ground against gravity. Just a little too late, though. So I got 2 dragons, a barbarian queen with sides. I like the sound of that. Chickens freak me out. Not that much. So 18k gold. Let's go look in here first before we commit. Oh, did I finish? I did, didn't I? Yep, I've got all the runes. Runes are complete and done. What a nice feeling that is. So I can now buy all the runes in the entire game. They're all accessible to me. I can make a strictly gold find run if I wanted to. I could actually set up all of these. I may actually just buy these while I can still get them for cheap, since I think that's actually not a bad idea. I'll still put it back over here for the moment, but I do just want to have them. The ability to get more gold, well, it's not expensive to buy these, is useful to me. I may also want to buy some of the, like, runes that power down the monsters in case I decide to go for, like, a crazy new game plus thing. And what did I get here? Alright, that other cape, which is +2 to vampirism with a huge weight bonus. Weight plus, I should say. So that was the +50 crit damage. So that would be great for playing as someone who crits very frequently. So maybe I should start putting more into crits. Max crit, let's see, we're at 13 out of 25. Upgrades 2% per current 26%. What is that, 50% then? Yeah, I think something like that. So let's buy 2 of those. 30% crit chance is going to be crazy. Like, I mean, at all times. That's 1 in 33%. I'm pretty happy with that number. And if we could just keep upgrading our damage as well. 39, so that's 26 left. Oh, crit damage up. I want to do something for our magic, because I neglect that every single time. 20, oh, perfect. There we go. Magic damage up. I feel real happy about that. Alright, so very good. We are now at a position where I feel pretty comfortable closing out the episode. A few nice runs there, some pro strats we had involved with for a moment or two. We had a couple little, like, hack-ish moments, which are kind of cool that I can highlight. That you guys are gonna, be happy, hopefully, to see. The fact that you can now, double jump. They'll probably patch that. I don't know. They could. Maybe. Could they? I don't know. It's some sort of a glitch, I suppose, to do with the way that the corners work, so I don't know, maybe they would have to like extend a pixel more of collision in some way. I don't know enough about the game engine to be able to really comment, but I'm just sort of speculating as to whether or not this is something they could patch. I feel like it is possible, but some things are harder than others. So I guess we should praise the Sloth King, and we should wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Well, you're going to hang up in a second, I suppose. And remember, we've got Charon's Obol, so we're going to carry that 11 gold through to the next run, so I hope you're ready for that. That's going to be outrageous good times. But yeah, as always, if you're still enjoying the series, please feel free to let me know. Feel free, Raggy. No, that's not even the same letter. He always uses R's. Yeah. Oh, it's very hot. I'm sorry, my brain is totally shutting down here. So I have plenty more things I gotta go run and record, including probably more episodes of Rogue Legacy, so I hope you'll come back again real soon and catch me for another one of those before my brain completely melts and falls out of my nose or something. I don't think it could do that, right? There's like barriers in the way between your sinuses and your brain. I hope so. Then again, you know, that's how they mummified people, right? Or did they punch through some sort of... I don't know. This is getting gory now. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you again real soon. I hope you have a lovely night. And pardon the weirdest closing of all time. Later.